Alright, hello there, welcome back to another wee bit different video. If I sound a little sick, it's because I am, but I still gotta get these videos done, so let's just get right into it. Today's video, we're gonna be looking at the Devin Booker Chapter 1s. Now, personally, I do have some thoughts, but for those of you that haven't seen them, this is a quick look at the first official release of the colorway. Also, some details here. They will be releasing, supposedly, in holiday season for the price of $150. Now, personally, I think that's a little surprising considering that most most athletes that have signature shoes releasing typically come out at the price of $120. For example, John Morant, LaMelo Ball, their shoes are $120. Devin Booker's coming right out of the gate, $150. I think even Giannis's shoes are $120. So it's pretty interesting as to why D-Books are $150. Maybe they're more of a premium line footwear, but still a little surprising. Although I will say, just looking at them, they remind me of some old school shoes. Now, looking at the midsole, I don't know what technology they got going for themselves. Most of the time it's Zoom, but they look like bricks from the middle, right? And then you look at the outsole, you can see a very standard hemorrhage pattern, which herringbone, goddamn, hemorrhage is entirely different. we don't want to talk about hemorrhage. Okay, herringbone. So that's your herringbone pattern. My face might be in the way. Let me move that very quickly. Looking at it again though, that's your typical herringbone pattern. Yes, herringbone. A lot of basketball shoes ranging from the price of $80, $70 always are herringbone. I know in Katie's line there's a shoe with herringbone. I know in Kyrie's former line, Nike line I should just say, there was a shoe with herringbone pattern. It's a very typical shoe, traction pattern. But what I will say again, the midsole just looks like bricks, absolute bricks. I'm not sure there's gonna be any flexibility in that. Again, that's off of appearance. I haven't tested it myself, obviously. What I will say I do like is it reminds me a bit of like that Air Force style of shoe, right? You got your pull tab to put on the shoe easier. Nike logo looks fine. The material looks, I don't even know how to describe it. It does not look like traditional mesh at all. It looks like a more premium Air Force material, right? Not like some leather, but I would have to get my hands on it to really feel it. Maybe there might be some suede on there, I don't know. So if you look at the sample shoes, you could tell that's suede, or at least it looks like it. These are the black sample shoes, and yeah, same midsole, looks like a brick. These are in black. I actually like these quite a bit, and the orange ones quite a bit. I talked to my cousin who was a basketball player or a trainer. He said he wasn't the biggest fan. He actually said he didn't like them flat out. I'm kind of just paraphrasing. But honestly, I think they do look pretty nice. I like the touch of having Book there. In black is probably my more preferred color. Yeah, these look pretty freaking solid. Again, though, I'm just curious as to how flexible they're going to be. Going back here, though, D-Book did a whole teaser. We're not going to watch that video because you can barely catch a glimpse of the shoes in the video. What I can tell you is the outsole is for sure herringbone pattern. And again, it's pretty sleek, pretty nice. I'm curious as to what exactly, right? Like the wording of the upper is called, because that, hold on. Yeah, so if you go on Google Images and type that, this also gives a look at the upper. I'm not sure if that's suede or what the fuck that is. On this side, it looks like your traditional leather. On this, it doesn't really look like that. But then again, this shoe looks, again, upper-wise looks different than this one. So I'm a little confused as to how many versions of this shoe they made and tested on the uppers. What I will say is LeBron James on his LeBron 20s had 3 different uppers. He had a knit upper, he had a traditional mesh upper, I believe, and then he had a suede upper. Let me confirm that because I don't want people like tripping balls. Okay, based off of what I'm looking at, I'm thinking more about the LeBron 20s, and it's definitely 2 different uppers. You have the suede, at least it looks like it, and then you have the knitted. Also, the next gens is the mesh upper, so that's what I think I said 3 for, because there are LeBron next gens, which would be let's see, hold on, let me just type that in. So yeah, these would be the LeBron next gens. These are definitely a mesh. So it's interesting to see that the D-Book shoes apparently, at least visibly, look like they just have flat out different uppers. So maybe they were tweaking that in testing, or they definitely were, let's be honest. But I'm curious as to how much different uppers will come out when the shoe comes out, because I know Jaws is still just one upper. I think most athletes only do one, but again, LeBron is who he is. Plus they charge $200 for the fucking LeBron 20s. So $150, I'm not surprised that they're going at a more premium with different kinds of uppers, but it's still pretty interesting. So let me know what you guys think. Again, personally, I really like the shoe. I think it looks almost like a throwback, right? More as a homage to prior basketball shoes almost, right? I mean, especially Nike's capable of making a retro shoe and making it look good, because the retro shoes that they're not copying but are paying homage to are shoes that they made anyway. So it's pretty interesting. I can't really get enough. Like, even these two pictures look like different shoes. That looks like suede, that looks like leather, this looks like, I don't even fucking know, maybe maybe a bit of both. I have no idea, but they do. I've said this like 3 times now, I really can't stress enough, that midsole looks like a fucking brick. And typically they have Nike Zoom written over it. So like if you go to LeBron's, on the LeBron next gens, they have Air Zoom right there. That says Air Zoom. I thought it said Air Zoom also on the LeBron 20s, but it doesn't. Like, I've looked over this shoe a million times while recording this video, or trying to find the shoe and then looking for it. I don't see Air Zoom written anywhere on here. So maybe, just maybe, these D-Books are also Air Zoom. I just really cannot tell, because they might not even have them. But what I will say is, while looking at the LeBrons in person, not the picture, I did notice that even though this part like looks like it could be some like just standard ass EVA, like around the toe region, it also is a different kind of midsole. So for example, what I'm trying to say is, LeBron shoe, right? You have all this blue, but then here as it becomes hardened, it becomes a different material. Oh yeah, you can see it. Here it becomes a different material. You have the blue here, which is softer, harder here for the toe offs, right? It looks like Devin Booker's shoe also is the same thing. Harder here, and then around that toe region, or sorry, softer here probably, harder here around that toe region for toe offs. Same thing here. You got the blue, and then harder here, harder here. So that's probably for toe offs, and it's on all the pictures of all the D-Books. Again, your foam, and then boom, harder for toe offs. Same thing here. Boom, 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 and then you have that orange there in that toe region, harder for toe offs. So that's a nice touch. Again, I'm guessing it is Air Zoom, even if it doesn't say it, because again, on LeBron 20s it doesn't say it. This shoe's $200. The next gen say it, they're $160, but I mean, those are the cheaper versions of LeBrons. These aren't the cheaper version of D-Books. So that's something to keep in mind. Because even Jason Tatum ones, I know that's Jordan brand, but Jordan Nike, you know, on the back of the shoe, or I guess you should say on the outsole, I should say on the outsole, it does say Air Zoom. So I'm gonna guess it's going with Zoom, introducing nothing new. But anyway, that is my ramble, that is my analysis on the shoe. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below if you have any thoughts. Other than that, I very much appreciate you guys for watching. As always, this is Ollie Been Different on We Been Different, and we out.